Next, we're going to look at exponents, and then that will lead us into order of operations. That's the end to this very long chapter. Once again, we spend so much time on fractions because they actually are embedded into every area of math. You'll find that once you master these fractions, the next chapter where we look at ratios, proportions, and percents, things will be very logical and quite easy to learn because you've already done the hard work, which is learning the fraction part of the math. Starting with exponents, it won't get too complicated. There's just a few details we need to be careful of. These three sets of numbers here might look quite similar, but they should all give us quite different results depending on where the exponent is and what it affects. So what we've talked a lot about in class is that the exponent affects what it is directly next to. So for the first example here, that 2 exponent only affects the top 2, okay, because there's nothing saying otherwise. So that top 2 exponent tells me to multiply the number 2 twice, okay, and it goes over 3, and we end up with 4/3. 3 into 4 goes 1 whole time with a third left over. So that's the result, either 4/3 or 1 1/3. In the second example here, we've got a different situation. This is 2/3 squared. The exponent 2 is affecting everything that's inside the bracket. Nothing in front of it, so nothing over here, but everything inside of it. And so what that means is that we're actually going to multiply the entire 2/3 bracket like that twice. And we multiply our tops. 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 3 is 9. There's the result. 4/9, right? And in the third example, we have something slightly different again. The exponent's in the bottom, so here we are applying the exponent 2 to the number 3. So that means multiply 3 twice, okay? And we end up with 2/9. So we got 3 quite similar looking questions and 3 very different answers because they all mean different things. If you can stick with the rule that the exponent only applies to what it's directly next to, I think you'll find that you can logically work through most questions. All right, so the last thing that we will look at is an order of operations question. We will look at 1 because we've done all the operations, we just have to remember the order. Follows the same BEDMAS system as we've talked about before, where if you have brackets, you work from the innermost to the outermost. Exponents we do left to right. Divide and multiply are of equal power, we do them left to right. Add, subtract are of equal power, we do those from left to right. And overall, we're always heading left to right. If you do that, the math that you will do will match what happens in nature, and we should get the correct answer as long as we don't make any mistakes during our process. So looking at this question on the left then, we have to add what's in the brackets first, which means we need a common denominator because this is addition. So top and bottom get multiplied by 2. We get 2 out of 4 is the same as a half, right? And to that we're adding a quarter. We are applying the exponent 2, and later we'll multiply by 2/3. So within the bracket, 2/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4 or 3/4. We will end up squaring that. As we talked about before, this exponent 2 affects everything that's inside this bracket. So that means multiply 3/4 twice. There it is, and after that we will multiply by 2/3. So as let's go up here, give myself some room. So 3 times 3 makes 9, 4 times 4 makes 16. To that I'm going to multiply by 2/3. All right, looks like we've got some canceling we can do. All right, 9 and 3 can both be divided by 3. So I end up with 3 on the top there, and 1 there. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Oh no, I didn't. My 2/3 is there. 2 and 16 can both be divided by 2. So I end up with 16 by 2 is 8, and 2 by 2 is 1. And there's the final result. We have 3/8. And that's it. That's order of operations. We just use all the operations that we already know, and we just do them in the order that we discussed in class.